a minute to 12, at least on my desktop clock. Hi Jang. Wow. Minute to 12, thank you all for tuning in. Sorry, cutting it very close today as I begin my toy talk. Yeah, I just did a lighting test on Instagram, and yeah, it's actually slightly different than on Facebook lah. Nevertheless, hello Mossy. Nevertheless, I will begin my SUCKLORD600 figure toy talk because the skies outside is getting darker as well, and it's going to rain. I'm hearing thunder as well, so this will be 10 minutes worth of SUCKLORD600. Welcome to TOYSREVIL's Toy Talk. Today we'll talk about this particular figure. It's called a SUCKLORD600. Can you see? It originally comes with a blister bag, huge blister bag. So imagine this particular figure. The blister pack is much taller, and I've always regretted. Actually, I really always regretted taking the packaging out of the blister card, because when I got it, it was huge and fabulous. But now, although I put the card safely somewhere, lost lah, can't find it lah. So it's a bit of a heartbreak. So this is the original blister pack, SUCKLORD600. Before we go into the figure itself, I'll talk a little bit about the history. Actually, the history of the SUCKLORD600. Just want to go a little bit, see images lah. This is the figure. Made his debut in San Diego Comic-Con 2007. 2007, okay, how old is this figure? From what, 13 years old? 2007, at a DKE Toys booth. There were two figures to be had actually. The grey with black boombox, which has missing lah. And a silver version. There are two colorways. The gray version is limited to 700 pieces, whereas the silver is 300 pieces. This is one of my favorite interviews with. Wait, let me see. Interviews with the Sucklord. I'll put a link in my video descriptions later that you can read. 2007, where we chat a bit about the genesis of this figure, where it's come from, it's his youth that's connected to the figure. So a short history for this figure is, since its debut in 2007, there were multiple. I would say multiple. There were at least two group custom shows called the Suck-Off. Do we have one there? Yeah, the Psychedelic Suck-Off. This is the second one at APW Gallery. It's a group art show where it utilizes the SUCKLORD600 vinyl figure as the base. Even I was involved in the second group show, which this character, which I did, Lord Savage. Of course, I'll show off, and I'll put a link in the description, video description as well. Which unfortunately, this figure is considered MIA lah. Is missing. It wasn't sold, or so I was told, but it's missing, and I don't have it. It's gone. It actually came with I hand painted a mini poster that went with it as well. I'm quite proud of it, but yeah, it's one of two figures that are missing in my entire life, toy life. Anyway, also at the same time, I realized I did a review, a look back of the figure on Throwback Toy Thursdays in 2017, exactly today. I mean, on a Thursday, anyway. I did a review of the figure in 2017 as well. So I whined about it before, and I'm taking this up. What I did before was Instagram video, which actually isn't in like 15 seconds. So now I'm taking the opportunity to see this guy at least for 10 minutes lah. Okay. So now that we come back to the figure after the little history, let me switch on the little light, darken the background a little bit so the figure will pop out a bit, and I'll remove him from the blister. You can see the blister turn yellow lah. What's gonna happen is when I first took the figure out yesterday, it was dusty, without a doubt. Dusty and a bit of final sweat. I didn't want to clean it because I wanted to show it to you guys because I think it's hilarious. Maybe not exactly in a good way, but I think it's hilarious. It's the figure itself. I don't know if you can see here. The final sweat is around the crotch areas as well. It's hilarious. So now I'm touching the SUCKLORD600 crotch. Yes, I've wiped it and cleaned it. You all liked watching that. A bit of a stain. I don't know why there's a pink stain. Yeah, there's a pink stain all over the figure. Funny, you're watching me clean toys. Maybe that should be a part of it lah. I mean, you know, this show and tell is basically about my own collection. These are not paid for items, not yet anyway. Nobody will pay me to do stuff like that. Right, don't bluff. At the same time, it's a chance to look at my toys again lah, and also legitimately clean them. A lot of people clean their toys as well, but they quietly clean on their own. This is the cape that came with it. It's a bit sticky. Actually, it's quite sticky actually. But there isn't much vinyl sweat, it's just that it's a bit sticky. It's a lightsaber that comes a bit hilarious because sing it lah. Bear me a few moments as I clean everything so it look presentable. Okay. Let me twist the camera a bit. Yeah, I can see here. Okay. This is the SUCKLORD600 vinyl figure. This is a legit production factory made figure from the Sucklord that I've always personally felt is a wonderful figure. It stands rudimentary, stands by itself, which I think is super awesome lah. You know, it's it stands by itself. To me, that's a great mark of a toy. Articulation, I love the neck articulation. It's a ball jointed. I'm not going to pull it out, but it's a ball jointed. So it is not just left, right, it is up, down, and I think it's super animated and super fun. Articulated at the arms, waist. The waist is a little, yeah, and the feet. Can you see the feet? I apologize for the rumbling, the thunder rumbling if you can hear it outside. It's going to be raining soon here in Singapore. Why sing it already? It does come like this. It does come singing. One of the joys, let me show you the figure itself. Next to the original figure here. Sorry, it's a bit darkened because I needed the screen to be dark so it doesn't contrast too much. It is already singing. Then to me, that's why singing is Malay for crooked. If anybody is listening, apologies. I use a bit of more Singlish than I expected to, but it's part of my life lah. Anyway, singing means crooked. So the figure does come crooked. And to me, that is one of the unique aspects of this figure compared to every other figure out there, which is straight. Nothing wrong with straight. Everything is good with straight. Even let's say Captain MAXX here, everything is straight and symmetrical. But this guy is not symmetrical, which I think is cooler. Now with the accessories, it comes with a cape. The cape is slotted in with socket at the back, and it clips on this on the shoulders. There it is. Yeah, not that tight, huh? Not as tight, which is not saying it is not tight, but it's tight enough that it can stay. Comes with a cape. Comes with a cape. Why does it come with a cape? Well, the cape not happening. Let me show you. Let me make sense to you guys to see behind here. You can see here that is the Sucklord's persona. From he goes to conventions in his fat persona, with a helmet and a cape. So this figure comes with a cape. Cool, get it? And the cape here is a hard vinyl cape. Take out again. It's a bit squishy, but it's literally a hard vinyl cape. Cool because it's silver on one side, metallic silver-ish sheen, not 100% metallic sheen, and on the other there's the effort of having it in blue lah. So when you put the figure together, so you have a bit of the blue peeking out. Yeah, this figure is not holding it very strongly lah. In lieu of the cape, he actually wears a turntable also. Let me see where I can put the turntable properly. Why can it fit? Why it cannot fit? Can. Have to squeeze in tight. And there it is. He wears the turntable at the back. So you have a set interchangeable, either a cape he can wear at the back, or turntable he wears at the back. I leave the turntable because I think it's cute. He has two accessories. One is boombox, which unfortunately is missing from this set. Play, put aside. It's lost lah. Another is he is holding, if he can hold, on his right hand, a lightsaber. And the lightsaber, as you say again, is crooked singit. I think it's hilarious lah. A crooked lightsaber. So you have a slanted figure, you have a crooked lightsaber, and then to me that is one of the more unique aspects of the SUCKLORD600 figure, I think. And it's unfortunate that we don't really see a lot of this. I think at the point in time when he released it, probably it's the pressure to be able to retail the figures, and also when there were two group shows, it is also to bring awareness to the figures. And he also did, or Sucklord did, different colorways, hand embellished figures with the aim to retail the figure lah. But I imagine if he did have this figure right now, I can't imagine. Then my question goes off to everyone who is watching this live Facebook video, and subsequently when I embed it on, or rather upload on YouTube, IGTV and YouTube as well. What do you think right now with this figure? Would you actually buy it? The retail was $70 US, $75 US without shipping. Would you buy this figure right now, blister carded, full vinyl, in the Sucklord? I keep asking this, it's like, it's not available. It doesn't really have, be able of, available unless you check in with retailers. I have no idea which retailers actually still have this. But personally, I think it is one of the most fun I personally own quasi action figure. That is action figure because it's multiple articulation, but also because it goes beyond the straight up symmetrical figure that I think brings a lot of color and diversity to, people say art toy, but I'll say the designer toy pop culture-dom that I think somehow might be missing. This particular figure, to me, crosses over the action figure genre and the collectible designer figures. And to me, it's and also appropriation. The keyword now when we call unlicensed homage. That's a nice word to call, but I think it's cool lah. Check out the neck, man. Anyway, I will end this toy talk here. If there are no more questions, I don't understand what I mean by Lancy lah, Jiang. But I will end this toy talk here if there are no more questions. And I'll thank everyone who decided to tune in. And I'll just say this, stay safe and enjoy your toys. Bye-bye.